people who are listening who are relating to people pleasing, to insecurity, to being inward focused instead of others focused, like give us a few practical steps to kind of let go of some of these mindsets.
Yeah, I think that it can be so second nature for us to react in certain ways. And so a lot of it comes down to the way that we think initially when we enter a room. Are we thinking, what does this person think about me? Are they going to accept me? And instead, like I said, we need to stop. We need to realize like what bad people pleasing is. Stop thinking, I need to desperately have this relationship because maybe you're popular, you have all the money, and I want to be just like you, or you dress a certain way. I've got to like keep up with you. And comparing yourself immediately, that is a natural tendency of most people pleasers. And so I think stop thinking that way and realize, okay, I want to love and serve you from a place of satisfaction where I can say, okay, I'm looking to please you, to be a people pleaser, pleasing you for the sake of you being fulfilled and you knowing God. And I think that that's something that is hard to do when we're walking into it initially with the self-focus. So turning it around and saying, no, I want to be a listening ear. I want to be helpful. And I think also at the same time, there can be a danger. So there's a danger on the side of isolation, on turning inward, protecting yourself. There's also a danger on the side of over serving. And that's
Mhm.
something that we see in the church all the time. And so that's
Totally,
something else I want
especially
to talk
by
about
women.
too, because there are those who appear to be loving others. They appear to be doing all the things for the right motives, but they're like in every Sunday school class, doing the music, making the potluck lunch, printing out the bulletins, picking the songs. And it's like, okay, this is great. But then you look over and their families are struggling, or they're doing it for show, or they're just so used to doing it that they're not even stopping to think like, who am I doing this for? And so I think we can go from one extreme of saying, I am going to isolate myself, or going over here and not being able to say no. That's also people
Mhm.
pleasing. And
Totally.
so, whatever area you're in, we have to look at it and say, okay, maybe I need to back off and let someone else serve in this way and not be controlling everything. And I think that that can be a struggle for any one of us. But when we do, when we let go of our reputation in that way and say, okay, God, I want to do all this for you. I want to love others from a place where I'm satisfied, where I'm not trying to get stuff from them. Then it frees you to love and serve others the way that Christ would have you to. And there's just a new joy and freedom found in that, and not entering a room and seeking to drain everybody dry of what you feel like you need. So
Yeah.
I think that it is a daily battle, and it starts in the mind.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm hearing it's not an inward focus, it's an outward focus, but it's not an outward focus on other people. Truly, it's an outward focus on the Lord.
Yes, exactly. Because that's where it starts. It's like if we are not in right relationship with God ourselves, then we will be looking for that fulfillment and approval from other people, because they will never satisfy that. Even
Mhm.
in relationships with spouse, you can have the best spouse ever, and you can look for that satisfaction and only be let down and discouraged by little things that happen. But if you are looking to God and saying, thank you, Lord, for this relationship, but God is the first priority and He is your first focus, then everything else falls into place. And I think that's what we see in people pleasing as well, because it's not a desperation that is unhealthy. You can see the gratefulness to God for this relationship, and then going out, it fills you to love and serve others as you should.